Hale's vice presidential candidate, Sarah Palin, has a new conspiracy theory that is so dumb it might actually be smart.
Their strategy, the left strategy, is to get us so riled up and so angry about the corruption of Joe Biden and his family that at the last minute, they're going to have Biden bail. He's not going to be the nominee. They're going to throw in somebody else who will be their messiah, their new savior. And then that will take away so many of the arguments that the right has against the left in this presidential campaign season. It's all planned. It's all strategy.
Okay, I was wrong. It's not smart. It's really dumb. For one, Joe Biden is running for re-election. This is despite, of course, many progressives and voters really not wanting to do another Trump versus Biden rematch. Let's be honest, we're not really interested in that. That said, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden, but I actually do wish there was a leftist option in the Democratic Party, but there's not. That said, none of the Democrats are replacing Joe Biden. That's ridiculous. I think, though, my favorite part about this is that the idea that, oh, see, it's our clown investigation into Joe Biden's alleged corruption, which hasn't found any evidence of said corruption. It's not actually us that are just continuing to fumble the ball like morons. No. It's actually the Democrats that are doing this. And it's the Democrats that are investigating us through James Comer and, you know, the House Republicans. But it's actually the Democrats that have done this. And so it's just to rile us up and make us very, very angry so they can do a bait and switch at the end, you see? How nefarious. What? That is some... I call that pretzel logic because you really have to take your brain out and twist it into a pretzel for it to make sense. Okay? Now, again, James Comer's investigation into Joe Biden is not a lefty plot to replace him. And look, at the end of the day, James Comer's investigation is embarrassing. It is a right-wing clown show that hasn't produced any sort of evidence, which, by the way, is probably one of the reasons that Sarah Palin is even using that as part of her conspiracy theory. Right now, what they have is a 1023 document filled with unproven allegations. That's all that is. And by the way, there are some people that on the right that are presenting that just list of unproven allegations as, ha ha, we got them. What do you got? You got nothing. That's what you have. All right. So anyway, the other thing that I really enjoyed about this was how she said the left will replace Joe Biden because they need to find a new messiah, a new savior. That's not how the left. I mean, yes, sure, there are some resistance libs who can get a bit cringe about politicians from time to time. Everybody remember the shirtless Mueller pics? I mean, or no, not pictures, but cartoons, the book. Yeah, a little cringe, okay? But the vast majority of the left does not see political figures as saviors. I mean, what we're looking for in the left is good governance, right? People who will represent people and do policy on our behalf that is good. Things like paid family leave. I think we can all pretty much agree on that. Reducing the prices of prescription drugs, making healthcare more affordable, those things. That's what we want. We want politicians that actually do popular things that will help average people. Yeah, it's literally their job to do policy. Now, even the most stalwart Bernie Sanders supporters, of which I count myself among, we did not see this man as a messiah. It was not me. It was us, meaning average people getting together to demand government do positive things, good things. And by that, by extension, we are our own saviors by getting involved in the political process and making our voices known. Now, you contrast that. That's a leftist view. Contrast that with MAGA. I haven't seen anything out there to show that they don't see Trump as a savior, as a messiah. In fact, I believe, from what I've seen, that they view him as a cult-like figure, like the cult leader. Okay? And by the way, Trump sees himself that way. I alone can fix it. Remember, that's what he told the RNC during his 2016 GOP nomination speech. I alone can fix it. No. That's, again, narcissism, right? But for Sarah Palin, this is classic projection mixed in with a pretty common conspiracy theory that the DNC is going to replace Biden on the ticket. Really? You think that's going to happen? You think there's just this plan to, run through this campaign and then whoop, at the end, bait and switch. Oh, I'm going to bring in somebody else. Oh, GOP, you didn't see that one coming, did you? No, that's stupid. I find the entire notion of this conspiracy theory especially hilarious because here we have a party in the Democrats that will not replace Dianne Feinstein, who right now is having major cognitive and health issues. I mean, Democrats have gone off the record as to saying that Feinstein doesn't remember conversations and sometimes doesn't know where she is. So if they're not asking her to step down and appoint a replacement, what makes you think that that same party, those same people would replace Joe Biden on the ticket, who is not facing those types of, cognitive issues? I mean, the whole idea here is just insanely stupid. That means it's completely on brand for someone like Sarah Palin.
You idiot.
Stupid